Welcome back, boys and girls. Back to Final Fantasy, episode 11, I believe. We just got done doing another dungeon run of the Deep Croft. Now, Mother Mione wants to send us to Ulda. Mione has information on a new task. So you're not averse to taking a little trip? Wonderful. As I mentioned earlier, the request comes to us from the Adventure Guild in Ulda. Once you arrive, seek out Momode, the proprietress of the quicksand. Think of her as the Sultanate's version of myself. Chances are she'll send you into the midst of danger, but I have every confidence that you will pull through unscathed. Now you go, Lulu, and good luck. Let's go back to Momodai. Hey, Momodai, come back, lady. Let's go here. Adventurers Guild. Oh, we need to change insufficient chest space. Welcome to the quicksand, friend. I'm tad busy right now. If you wouldn't mind showing yourself to... Oh, it's you, Lulu. And there I was spouting the same tired line. Mino Yune sent me a word that you'd be reporting for duty. She also made a point of calling you the adventurer of the moment. That ain't no small praise coming from her, but you didn't come all the way here to listen to me prattle. Doubtless you're eager to get started, so let's talk business, shall we? Momodai is waiting to brief you on your task. The petitioner ought to be arriving any moment now. God's almighty, another second under that sun, and I would have been set afire. A tankard of ale, if you would be so kind. It's Papashan. Excellent timing, Papashan. It just so happens the adventure you've been handling your petition is here. We'll be handling your petition is here. Oh, why, if it isn't my good friend Lulu, it does my spirit well to know that you are the one who will helping us. Mayhap you'd like to appraise Lulu on her mission? Yes, of course. The petition in question was submitted by the acquaintance of mine at Amagina and Sons Mineral Concern. It relates to an unfortunate development at Copperbell Mines. To be plain, giants have seized control of the place. These giants are of the clan known as the Hectoroncheries, fearsome creatures who were sealed within the deepest depths of the mines during the bygone Throne Dynasty. Alas, it seems they have managed to break through the layer of rock which served to imprison them, and now prowl the tunnels where the miners ply their trade. The creatures are justifiably angry about their treatment at the hands of our ancestors, and their presence has forced the suspension of all mining activities on the site. It's no wonder they're angry. Didn't the Throne Dynasty come to an end over 300 years ago? You know your history well, milady. The people of that age used the Hectoroncheries to work their mines by way of enchanted helms. They were able to bind the ferocious creatures to their will, but as is oft the way is in such tales, these enchantments eventually failed, and the slaves rose up against their masters. In the desperate bid to contain the unbridled fury of the Hecatocheries, our ancestors induced the collapse of the mine's lowermost levels. So it was that the great giant revolt was ended, buried beneath 100,000 tons of rock. Well, now that's got me thinking. I seem to recall there being an article about Copperbell and the Mithril Eye a fortnight or so ago. It said that the mines were being reopened as to meet the rising demand for building materials. Like as not, our boys dug up a bit too deep and freed the giants. Gods, to think the poor creatures are still alive and kicking after 3 centuries. There's a long time to nurse a grudge. They must be seething. Indeed, and that makes them danger to us all. There will be no mining at Copperbell so long as they remain. For the sake of both peace and prosperity, they must be subdued. This is the task which we would have you undertake. I'll not deny that the mission will be rife with danger, but our need is great, and so I beg you, put an end to this sorry business. God bless you. I feared you might have reservations, but I assure you it is for the best. In case you didn't know or don't know, Copperbell mines are in the Western Thailand. Do you take care, you hear? And one last thing before you depart, an employee of Ashmazens and Sons is presently at the quicksand. The fellow's name is Painted Mesa, and he knows Copperbell wine mines well. It may behoove you to seek his counsel. Okay, let's go ask this guy about the mine. Oh, he's right here. Painted Mesa. Look for Painted Mesa, you found him. So you're the adventurer who volunteered to deal with the mess down in the Copperbell, are you? You've got guts, miss. I just hope you got some skills to go with them, because it things aren't pretty down there. Ain't pretty down there. The Hecata cherries left the place in the right state, and nary a week after mining resumed. I don't know if you know this, but Copperbell was old when the second Ul dynasty was still young, and it was abandoned centuries ago. If it hadn't been for the shortage of materials needed for the rebuilding effort, the concern would never have thought to reopen it. We knew full well about the giants beforehand, but the projects went ahead anyway. I mean, nothing could possibly survive being buried under a mountain worth of rock for 3 centuries, right? Wrong. Our miners dug up more than they bargained for. One swing of the pickaxe too many, and they found themselves in a company of giants. Unless we can subdue them, the nation's glorious uh, recovery will grind to a halt for want of aught to build with. The stone torches keeping watch over the entrance in case the giants fancy some sunlight and fresh air. One of them will be able to show you the way in. The hope of our nation resting on you, friend. Best of luck. Okay, let's teleport over to Horizon real quick. All right, so yeah, we're doing the dungeon. There's been an incident inside Copperbell Mines. We are here to ensure that its efforts are contained, but for your own safety, I suggest you stay well away from here. What? You're the adventurer who volunteered to quail the cherries? Hecaton cherries? I didn't think that Popshan would be able to find someone so quickly, if at all. The giants are content to wreak havoc inside the mines for now, but it's only a matter of time before they think to come outside. The sooner you see that to them, the better. Make ready as best you can, and enter at your will. All right, there's a pop. Let's roll. If you didn't see, we picked up the fire sand, they placed it on here, and then I pushed that button to blow it up, and now we fry Kratos. Kotos. This big red thing, when you'll see it in other dungeons, it's just a tank buster. You usually want to have some kind of CD for it if you can. If not, it's not that big a deal. Dodging all the big circles because he's hopping around like a big old bunny. Slaves no more. Free. Free. And we did it. All right. Let's go talk to the Painted Mesa guy and wrap this one up. Duty, huh? It'll be a little longer than I thought. The Conqueror of Copperbell Mine, Copperbell returns. Thanks to you, our mining operations can resume, and Uldal will have the materials she needs to rebuild. The entire nation's in your debt, friend. I'll share the good tidings with Papashan the next time I see him. As for you, you'll want to report to Momodai. I'll do the woman. It'll do the woman well to see you're alive and in one piece. No. Shut your mouth, you thieving little swine! You stole from me. Don't even think to deny it. Please, sir, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this, paid for it with my own coin. What rot? You refugees are all the same. Couldn't afford a maggoty mole meat, much less a choice cut of dodo. I'm going to say it one more time. Give back what you stole, or I'll make you wish you never set foot in this town. By rights, I should turn you over to the brass blades, help keep the streets safe for law-abiding citizens. But I'm a reasonable man. If you agree to serve me in whatever capacity I require, the authorities needn't hear of your crime. But I ain't done nothing wrong. 12 as my witness. Please, adventurer, help me. I beg of ye. I swear on my mother's grave, I didn't steal nothing. I bought this with the coin I saved Sob, I only wanted to treat me children to a decent meal. And who the hells are you when you're at home? This dog's master? I've had enough of this mummer's farce. You lot teach them a lesson. Yeah, bring it, fools. I'm getting paid enough for this. Hey, where the hells do you think you're going? Thank you, kind adventurer. Thank you thrice over. I swear there were more refugees than when I last looked. And you wouldn't be mistaken. But it's been 5 years since the calamity. Why are they only coming here now? It's simply really, well, a number of hamlets survived the immediate aftermath of the calamity. Many were long able to support their communities. The residents found their lands and had either been rendered barren or cut off from trade routes, and problems like those aren't easily solved. Though they tried to make the best of it, it was only a matter of time before they were forced to abandon their homes and seek a new life in the city. I see. But the calamities affected the whole realm, didn't it? Is the same thing happening to the other cities? If the talk is true, yes. Though perhaps our situation is more pronounced, Uldal has the reputation for being prosperous, so it's natural that the refugees would try their luck here first. My heart goes out for them, it truly does, but I would be lying if I said that though I wasn't apprehensive. I hope their presence doesn't foment lawlessness in the city. Well, if things do take a turn for the worse, we always have the immortal flames. I dare say the brass blades would welcome their help. The heroes who fought the Garland Empire patrolling the streets for riffraff? It may well come to that. Improvised and desperate as they are, you may be sure that some of the refugees will turn to crime. You know what this place is like. If you've no coin, you've no hope. Sigh. What will become of our city? Not all refugees are bad, mind you. Some are able to find employment and lead honest lives. Dodo tenderloins, get your dodo tenderloins, guaranteed cheapest in Thanalan. Thank you for your custom, madam. Please come again. Look around you. You'd think that Oldoa was well on its way to recovery, but peer through the veil of prosperity, and you'll see no end to the misery and suffering. Here, madam, are you all right? What now? You mean to threaten a defensive citizen? What, saw her buy that meat, you say? That's absurd. Aye, as did I. I leave the poor woman alone, you damnable vulture. Who said that? Grr, I will overlook this, but just this once. God bless you, Venture. If you hadn't come along when you did, who knows what that monster might have done. It don't bear thinking about. All right, now we can go finish this quest with Momodai, or maybe another cutscene. All's well that ends well. We meet again. Pray do not mistake my intent, for it's always honorable, but I have been watching you ever since you departed Ulda. You played the part of envoy to perfection, confident as a woman on the diplomatic mission should be, yet unfailing, courteous to your betters. And when your travels led you into the midst of danger, you faced it without so much as a flinch. You, my lady, are quite a marvel, and I confess to being quite taken with you. Aye, but my lavish praise continues. Most of all, I was struck by your readiness to aid those in need, even that, even when words were all the reward you could expect to receive. Such selflessness is a rare thing in this day and age. All of which leads me to conclude that you are indeed the one whom I have been looking for, an adventurer possessed of very rare set of qualities. To be sure, you rescue of that damsel in distress was more of a happy accident, but rescue her you did, and that is what matters in the end. I feel I should mention at this point that I also harbor a burning interest in a certain talent of yours. I speak of your visions. You have been experiencing visions, have you not? Well, it just so happens that I know a woman who shares your talent and can help you understand it. She and I belong to the same organization, and we should both be delighted beyond words if you'd agree to join our cause. Naturally, there are benefits to being part of such a collective. For one, we should be glad to assist you in realizing your potential as an adventurer. You need not give me your answer now. Think upon it, and if you feel moved to help us, as I pray, you shall speak of Momodai, the ever loving and youthful mistress of the quicksand. Yeah, I'm trying to, but you keep interrupting me. Tell her the signs of the seventh dawn have found their woman, and she will tell you where to find us. Scenes that like that are becoming ever more common, I'm afraid. Don't worry though. If you work hard, you'll probably be alright. Saying that, if you've ever found yourself in a spot of bother, come and see me. Just don't go pressing me every time you graze your knee, eh? Of course, I do enjoy hearing hearing you tell of a gentleman's woes with woman folk from time to time. Ah, Lulu, sorry to keep you waiting. I was just providing guidance to a fresh off the carriage adventurer. But gods, it's good to see you safe and well. To look at you, no one would ever guess you'd been hard at it with giants in the dark. I never doubted for a moment that you'd succeed. Of course, neither did Pabashan, which ain't to say he won't be overjoyed. Oh, before I forget, there's a lass here who wants a word with you. Didn't actually know her name, your name, but hearing her description, I knew who she meant to right away. Thank you for sparing the time. I realize you don't know me, but I've been longing to speak with you for a while now. My name is Ida. I'm a adventurer like you, though I'm not very good at being one, if truth be told. Anyway, I was adventuring with my friends in Gridania when I'm sorry. We were in Gridania when the leader of our party was killed. His name was Avery, and he and I were to be wed in the spring. You may not remember him, but to say he remembered you would be an understatement. He would sing your praises from dawn to dusk. He saw you for what you are. You see, an adventurer's adventurer, and swore that he would be like you one day. I believe that he would have succeeded, but had a fiend not robbed him of that chance. Since that day, I have thought long and hard about giving up adventuring. But when I think of the woman you are, of all that you've achieved, I find that I am inspired, just as Avery once was. And so I've decided to start again as an adventurer. I will go back to the village of my birth and begin my training anew. But I wanted to meet you first to ask you your name. Lulu Boss Dog, I shan't forget. Thank you, Lulu Boss Dog. I pray that we will meet again. Fare you well. Adventure can be cruel, bleeding business. Time was. I didn't know why anyone would bother when they first asked me to take charge of the guild here. I didn't want aught to do with you a lot. That it'd be a right pain in the arse looking after all you all. But against my better judgment, I decided to accept the post, and I'm full glad I did. I feel privileged to be a part of your lives. And that goes double for yours, Lulu. Hi. What did you say? Hey, what did you say? You want to know about the scions of the Seventh Dawn? They're beginning to move in earnest, then. Listen, Lulu, the Scions aren't no ordinary folk, and the work they do ain't no ordinary work. I know full well how capable you are, but even you would think twice about attempting some of the stuff they do. Knowing that if you're still certain you want to get involved, I'll tell you what I can do. I can't tell you what I can. All right, before this video gets even longer, oh, there it goes. Thank you for stopping by and watching this long video. Sorry again, it's so long, but dungeons make things a little wonky sometimes. But other than that, leave a thumbs up if you like the video. If you like the content that's coming out, hit the red subscribe button. It helps a lot. And if there's any games you want me to play, leave a comment down below, or any questions you have about any kind of lore. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Goodbye.